Hey Rick. Hey Brandon. Just wait till you see the prize you get. Hey Cam. Just trying out some of these new Sarah. They're veggie tabs that stick to the side. Hey Mr. D's. And the rainbows and everyone else in this tank likes them. This guy is about, I think he's 9.5 inches. I have 3 of them, so I've got it written down. I don't measure them very often. Now would be a good time to measure him, but I think he's 9.5 inches. He may be bigger, I'm not sure. I have a female bigger than him and another male a little bit smaller, so. Yeah, I had this guy since he was like 2 inches, so. Hey, Elizabeth. This is kind of like a takeoff of one of those Godzillas. Yeah, this is one of my babies. I was just saying I've had him since he was like 2 inches long, and he's over 9 inches now. I just saw him in time to poop there. But he's definitely a male. They're easy to vent, you know, getting them up on the side like this and being still. So and he doesn't bother. I've done a couple other videos. These are, let me be sure. Yeah, these are the green dragons from. Hey guy, how you doing? These are the green dragons from Select Aquatics, Gary Lane. I do have some longfin bristles nose in here as well, but those are not them. And they're finishing up some zucchini down there. So I just realized I hadn't done a video today. I've been sorting fish and moving those over to tanks, and I'm more impressed than I was with the color of the tub fish. I've probably got, I don't know, 70 or 75% of them moved and sorted. I've stopped for the day. Takes a lot to sort those guys. I get a net at a time, and then I've used a tablespoon to gently lift them out of the net, and I only dropped a couple, and they seem to be okay. So you learn how to improvise in this hobby, that's for sure. It's killing time here till the 7:30, which is 8:30 my time, live stream. And you can see that I still haven't cleaned my glass. if you're tuning in to see no water spots and no algae and clean tops, you're at the wrong place. I do that occasionally, but I'd rather spend my time enjoying the fish and feeding them and doing water changes and so forth. So it's just me unless I do a video. The dogs and cats don't seem to mind the water spots and algae. The fish definitely don't. I'm starting to try a couple of things in my tanks, and so you'll notice it looks like the plants are out front. So I'll talk about that in another video maybe, but I got an idea. It only took me 55 years of keeping fish to come up with it, but I'm going to try a little bit something different with aquascaping, those tanks that actually have live plants. I was watching one of HC Aqua's videos earlier that he posted today, I believe, and he has some beautiful rainbows, quite a nice collection, and I like that tank too. Now he really is an aquascaper. I'm not. I just throw them in there and I kind of move them around a little bit, and I'm not an aquascaper at all, so if they grow and look good, they get to stay. If they don't, they get pulled out. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, that really says something for those Sarah tabs. That's still stuck on there, so. I did it just for you, Kendall. Ask all these guys. I told them as they came in, each one, I said, yep, that I'm doing this just for Kendall because he works nights and he sleeps during the day, so I'm doing this for him. Ask them. I think people are getting tired of this tank. I show this one all the time, and it's because it's right behind my desk and it's easy to sit here and look at it. I am planning on doing thanks, Rick. The check's in the mail. Yep, first time today, JH. First time. I think I ordered those from Aquarium Co-op. I'm pretty sure that I did. Just trying them out. And I also got some of the same brand, the Sarah, S-E-R-A, the flakes. It says treat or something on it. And the smaller fish really like those. I've been getting emails from Lucas this evening. Apparently he's going to be in Clarksville, Tennessee. And I remember him telling me that's where he grew up, or part of his life he grew up. So he is talking about maybe bringing those adult Goldioticais with him since they couldn't ship, so which really shocked me. I think he's about a 5 or 6 hour drive away, or he's going to be that away. And I told him I was interested in him, but that I didn't know that I wanted to drive 12 hours round trip to get him, that, I could meet him. So I proposed getting half of them from him and meeting him halfway, and I haven't heard back from him in a few minutes, so I may end up with some of those large Goldeyes after all. I told him I'd like to get a trio if we could split the drive. Apparently he's going to be in Tennessee this weekend, and he's driving, I guess, and he's willing to bring them with him, so that really speaks highly of him and what he's willing to do. And he even mentioned that if I wanted to trade back the juveniles, that he would be willing to do that, but I told him, nah, I like these guys. They're already growing for me, and I've gotten attached to them, so but that really speaks volumes about him and how he practices his fish keeping and the hobby and sailing. So not many people would make that offer. So we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I'd love to have a trio of them. Just don't know that I want to lay down another $400 for 6 fish. So. Oh gosh, there's so many, Kendall, and I'm definitely no rainbow expert. I never liked rainbows. I never kept them, never would look at them. If that's what was in the tank, I'd pass that tank by until this summer. And I just happened to see some rainbows at my local fish store, and I think I got a yellow or a couple of yellows. And then they had an emerald that someone had brought in. I guess had to give it up for some reason, and so I went back and got the emerald. And there is that emerald right there. He's grown out gorgeous. He was still thin and flat, long at that time. So he's really grown out over the summer. And I did pick up 3 or 4 more to go with him. They're a little pricey as well. They're not hard to breed if you know how to do it. They spawn in here, almost all of these do, every day. And right there, if you look at the video yesterday, they were spawning in there, and they were just all mixed up, not paired, and different kinds of them. And then the other little fish were sitting right there ready to eat the eggs. They do that every day. So no, if you get them isolated in a tank, make sure that you've got your pairs, and get your mops and get them accustomed to that. Picking the eggs out, there are tons of videos about how to collect eggs, and the big challenge with rainbows, from what I've seen, I've not bred them, but I definitely will be, these goldie-eyed cows, because they're so expensive and so rare, is collecting the eggs and hatching the eggs, and then the fry are so tiny, and it takes months to get them to any size at all. And of course, that's one of the reasons that rainbow fish tend to be more expensive, is it takes just so long, 2, 3, 4 times longer than most other fish to get to a sellable size. So, but yeah, there are so many rainbows. Bob Steenfalt would be an excellent one to ask. Of course, Lucas would be. There's Bosemani's right there, and they're probably the most popular in the hobby. Those are not quite colored up. They're purple in the morning on the front when they first wake up. So those would be great as well. None of these have been aggressive to each other. They've done great. So that's what your guys are going to look like, Kendall, before long. Not too much longer. I like these, but I wish I'd waited and gotten the red lasers, because their tails are solid red, and they have red streaks that come up from the anal fin up to the side. So, but I'm happy with them. I think my favorite is still this emerald, the second one I had. These colors are just unbelievable. Those guys there are nice too. Those were, I think I got 5 of those. There's another one of them. Those were a gift from Dan's Fish, when I got, I think 8 or 9 others bought from him, a different kind, and I don't remember what now. It's heck being old, but he sent me these. I think he was just closing his stock out, and he sent me those 5, and they're just great. Yeah, those are really, really nice fish. I've thought about those too. Yeah, Brandon, I'll see you in a little bit. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for stopping in. Looking forward to it. You guys always have an informative and peaceful. Wow, I know it's amazing, right? It's amazing that you can get fish like that at Petco. If you're willing to, it's a risk getting them from anywhere, anywhere. I even quarantined these that I got from Lucas, of course, to make sure that they were okay from the stress of the trip and all that. But yeah, it's a risk getting them anywhere. The Australian rainbows are very inexpensive too. Yep, see you in just a little bit, Rick. The Australian rainbows they're smaller, and they're inexpensive, and they're nice looking fish, Kendall. So, you can get those anywhere for $5, I think, or around that. So check those out. Yeah, check those guys out. I just thought of that. There's so many rainbow fish. And like I say, I, kept, oddballs and lots of fish throughout my life, but never rainbows, except the last 5 or 6 months. So have a lot to learn and a lot of catching up to do. So it's like keeping the guppies again when you're 7 years old almost. You got to learn all that again. I know you can get Australians there, because they have them at our local one here, or they did have. Hey Ron, how's it going? we're looking at rainbows again. You know what's new. Started out watching a Pleco working on that Sarah tab up there, and I think he got full and moved on. So of course we're just sitting here wasting time till the live stream coming up in a few minutes and looking at rainbows again. Little green dragons from Select Aquatics, they're really growing fast. I've been really pleased with those. You guys probably know my fingerprint by now from looking at my fingers on here every live stream. Yeah, and in the morning especially, everybody kept telling me that, and they really do. Uh-oh, got green dragon drama going on here. The smaller one's been after the bigger ones inside the Gen 2 Pleco cave, and the smaller one on top has been after the ring on that zucchini for the last couple of hours, and the other one just won't come off of it. I think he's full, but he doesn't want that one to get it. So, uh-oh, there's a narration from one of the dogs over there. Exactly. And Plecos have some. See, he went back to it now. He just couldn't be hungry, but he went back to it. Found those little clips. They have a magnet on them, and I'm trying those. They came in a pack like $1 from Walmart. A little bit concerned about maybe the glue that holds the magnet on, but I haven't seen any problems from them. Oh, the water is, it tends to be softer. Kendall, tends to be softer. Hey guys. Hey. Thanks. Hey. There we go. Looking to see if there's any left. It's all gone. Alright gang, I'm going to get off here and walk these dogs so they'll let me participate in this live stream. And thank you guys for stopping in. Give a like if you enjoyed it, if you liked it. And if you haven't subbed, I'm trying to get to 200 by the end of the year, and I think I need 20 something later. See you soon. Appreciate it. And you guys take care, and we'll see. Man, I hate to close up on that. It's really flashing. Wow. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Later.